Welcome to my studio, Create with Chris. I'm Chris Haughey, and today we're painting this adorable Twinkle Santa ornament. He is one of three from my latest design, Twinkle Magic. Using my quick and easy techniques, I'll walk you through creating this farmhouse-style Santa. With a few simple touches, you'll add just the right amount of country charm to make this ornament truly irresistible. Whether you're a beginner or experienced painter, this relaxed and loose style makes it easy to finish in just one cozy afternoon. So grab your brushes and let's paint something magical together. I sketched a rough outline on my ornament and I'm just going to jump in with warm beige. Any coral-ish color would work. Using my number 12 filbert just to smoothly apply a coat of paint on it. Going with buttermilk. The beard, the mustache, and the hair will all be the same color. However, I want to paint each section individually. Even though it's the same color with the brush strokes, you can still see the outlines. I won't have to go back in later on and retrace. So I'm just using my filbert to create that mustache and pulling it up into the beard. Allow the brush to create the shape of the mustache. It's just super easy with those nice filbert bristles to just pop that in there really quickly. Not particularly concerned about having it solid and opaque. All of these brush strokes are going to just provide a good background for the layers on top. So I'm bumping it up to the mustache, going in just a little bit. I always pull the paint toward the outer edge of the ornament just to keep it nice and clean, and just want to smooth that out just so I don't have any roughness when I add the other layers over top. And it's not time consuming, so don't spend a lot of time on this base coating. I'm just going in to clean up the edges of the mustache so that I'll be able to see them when I go back in. And even though it's all the same color, it's still very visible. Loaded my number 12 diverse dry brush with wild berry. Actually, I think this is tomato red. Just lightly dry brushing the cheeks. If you haven't tried my dry brushes, they're amazing. It's super easy to control. I'm blushing the cheeks in and I'm not really getting any on the beard and mustache. I'm using the Painter's Pal and Soft Black to stencil in the eyes. I just load my brush, wipe it over a paper towel to get rid of excess paint, and then carefully stencil. I have a nice clean crisp edge. This is a number 2 radical round, boom, 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 just kind of popping those bushy eyebrows in. His eyebrows need to be bushy and fluffy. I picked up Snow White with my number 5 radical round, just kind of following the curve and the contour of the mustache, letting that hair fall down beside his face. Allow the brush strokes to be visible. This buttermilk undertone is just going to peek through and provide layers. It's just a simple application of paint, not fussy at all. Just create those swirls. The looser, the more fun it's going to turn out. Added a little bit of a Snow White edge on top of those eyebrows just to brighten them up. The nose I stenciled with the same color as the face, and it will take 2 coats. Once that is dry, picking up a little bit of that tomato red, just going to blush that nose and pull a little bit of color into that. Make sure that you have good contrast between the cheeks. And then I'm going to go into Snow White just to highlight that top edge and see how it stands out. And you could even use like a chair button to add the nose dimension if needed. A little bit of light cinnamon just to pop those eyebrows out. Taking that light cinnamon, I'm using the toe of my angle. This is a 1/2 inch or 3/4 inch angle just to define that outer edge of the mustache, a little shadow under the nose, and pull that out. Okay, I need to state for the record, I should have done the left side first. I'm right-handed, so I'm trying to figure out what the right-handed side looks like. It's so much easier if you're right-handed to paint the left side first, and then you can see what the right side looks like, and as you're painting it, they'll sort of kind of match up. And I didn't care if it was identical, but I want them to be very similar. Just on the chisel edge of my brush now, just pulling down a little bit of that side hair. And now I'm just kind of on the toe of my brush. And I want to reinforce that curly look in the beard. This is a very soft, loose. I think the word for this ornament is loose. And I'm just allowing it to be just a little bit choppy. Going back in with my liner to add some little brighter white hairs on top of the eyebrow, a little highlight on the top of the nose. Now I'm just taking that same liner brush, this is a 18-aught, and I'm adding more defined lines in the mustache. Make sure that the brush is loaded with plenty of moisture so that you're able to create nice long fluid strokes before you have to reload. It just makes it so much easier. If you haven't tried my Epic script liners, they're a little bit longer than a liner, get a longer, smoother stroke, shorter than a script, so I have really good control. Using the filbert to paint the topper for the bulb, and it's just starting from the center, pulling it toward the outer edge to keep those outer edges nice and clean. And because I put a nice smooth coat on, I didn't need to. Okay, so I did the eyes, and I didn't tell you how I painted them, but I decided after I did the nose that the eyes were way too small. So I'm just bumping up the size, adding another layer of soft black to stencil over them, adding a little bit of a float of aqua sky in the bottom and right side, pulling in a snow white highlight, little comma stroke, adding a little more fluffy hairs on those eyebrows. The little details will make a big difference. And a sparkle in the top left of each eye. Now we didn't add a lot of details, but the ones we're adding are what is going to be noticed. Taking a little bit of light cinnamon, just pulling it across the bottom of each layer of that topper. Not going to take much, and most of it's going to be covered up, so don't be too fretful about it. And I wanted to create a little more contrast between the mustache and the beard, and just a little bit of snow white, or light cinnamon really pulls that off. Adding a whimsical sparkle on the cheeks is so much fun and adds so much personality and character. Using snow white and just dip dotting the ends of that little sparkle, and they don't have to match. In fact, if they don't match, I think it's a little more whimsical and a little more fun. And that really brightens up his face, fills it up, and just makes him look rather adorable. Taking buttermilk, and I'm just pulling it across, kind of a swoop down and lift up, just a kind of a raggedy stroke. Now I'm going to enhance that with a little bit of snow white, and you can see how hard I'm working to get that in there. Just pull it across. This is my grunge technique, and I am pulling my palette knife over a very, very thin puddle of raw umber, just a tiny amount on the bottom of the palette knife, using almost a vertical stroke. And I'm kind of honing in on the outer edges. I didn't want it to be too overpowering. Always a little careful when I do this because it's so easy to let it overwhelm. If there's too much paint on the palette knife, on the left side, it got a little bit strong, but I decided I was okay with that. If you're really concerned, put a good coat of varnish on before you do this, let it dry, and then if it's not exactly the way you envisioned, it's easier to remove and reapply it. So I really like this grunge look. It's very trendy, very fun, very easy. And then I decided, what if I took my liner brush and very loosely and freely outlined pretty much everything. I love how this turned out, and it goes very, very quickly. In fact, I think if it were very controlled and very precise, it would not have the same country charm that this does. And just let your brush flow. I'm not anchoring my hand on the table, and it allows me just to kind of go with those curves and the motion of all the different contours of the hair on the mustache and the beard. Don't do too many. A little bit of paint makes a big difference, so kind of keep that motto in mind. This is one of DecoArt's new colors, Avocado Toast. Really a pretty green. It's a more bright green, and it still has that depth of color. While it was still wet, I picked up Plantation Pine. I decided I didn't want this shaded all beautifully and even, so I'm just popping in that Plantation Pine, and then I take my brush and kind of blend it out, and picked up a little more of that Avocado Toast and just work those colors together. Loaded my number 5 Radical Round with Tomato Red to paint those berries. I could have stenciled them, but I thought it would be more fun to have them a little irregular. This is Wild Berry to highlight. Just popped it in. I didn't blend it. And then add just a little bit of Snow White for a highlight. After I did that, I thought I should have brightened the leaves up. So I added a little bit of celery green and then picked up some water on a clean brush and just blended it in. I like the way that looked. It's not super blended. Let it dry really well. Doing the same thing that I did on the Santa beard, adding a little bit of distress with the palette knife and raw umber, a light touch, minimal paint, kind of stick to the outer edges, pull it over the edge and let that just roll off. I did use my liner to add raw umber outline around the berries, and this is continuity with the same, all the other strokes on this little ornament. They're just kind of loose and not exact. I think that adds a lot of charm. I thought it would be fun to add a little more detail, so I popped in some veins in the leaves, and it just that little bit is all it needs. I love the texture. I love the appearance of all the raw umber. It's just enough. So I made a little 4-loop ribbon out of twine or hemp. I cut a couple strips of homespun, and I attached everything to the top of the bulb using hot glue. Used my scissors to trim up the tips and the ends, and I think it turned out fantastic. I just love how this sweet Santa turned out, and I really hope you give it a try. If you do, send me a picture. I would love to see it. Everything I use is listed in the description below, so be sure to check that out. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, hit the bell, and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my upcoming tutorials. Thank you again for joining me today. I hope you picked up some tips, tricks, and techniques to make your painting life a little more fun. I look forward to our next creative adventure together, and remember, a little bit of paint makes a big difference.